Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's about 9 o'clock now. There are geese everywhere. Just walked over to use the bathroom. I slept great. Woke up this morning, I woke up at 4 a.m. to go to the bathroom, which is really nice having the one on the trailer again. And if you're wondering, well, why did I use the one on the trailer at 4 in the morning and I just walked over to use the campground bathroom now, I try to use the one on the trailer sparingly. Anyway, I woke up 4 a.m. to use the restroom. It was 58 in the camper, 47 outside. I had the heat set at 60, so I think it did kick on and run a few times. But I never heard it because I woke up like, damn, is the heat not working? And a 2-degree difference between the camper's thermostat and my little cheap Walmart thermometer makes perfect sense. But yeah, I slept so soundly I never even heard that furnace come on. Anyway, yeah, I woke up this morning. Yeah, 77 outside, 65 inside. And as soon as I opened up the camper windows, warmer air started floating in. So I think it's fairly well insulated that, yeah, you can turn it into an ice box overnight and it'll stay cold all morning. My solar panels, I did turn them around last night and left everything hooked up, which is what I like to do when I don't have to haul the camper to a repair shop first thing in the morning. So yeah, they're pulling in 230 watts array first thing this morning. I don't know what the battery got down to last night. It was around 78% when I went to bed. It's at 72 now. It's been charging for a little bit. But I also, right before I walked over to the bathroom there, plugged the camper back in, got Starlink booting up, so my laptops are running on it as well. Grab a Mountain Dew here. Pick up some of my shit over here just in case I do get a neighbor today. I'm not expecting one, but just in case. I did use the neighboring site for fire last night. Plans for today is just meeting after meeting after meeting. Although my first one just got canceled, so that's a good trend, good way to start the day. No engineering work that I actually have to do today, at least so far. We had, I don't even know what I'm pointing my camera at. Put thermosol away. I only drank one of these last night. Can you believe that? I just wasn't in the mood to drink for some reason. Anyway, what was that saying? Squirrel. Yeah, meeting day from hell. Just like every half hour. Well, basically every hour I have another half-hour meeting. So I had one of my clients who I haven't worked with for a while email in yesterday that their SD-WAN failed. They have 2 connections at their primary location, both internet-based, and the Comcast, I think they said, suddenly changed their static IP without warning them, which is always fun. And they went down hard until they updated that IP address, so they want to know why SD-WAN did not fail over to their other circuit. Wanted us to take a look at it, so I had emailed them back yesterday with some availability for yesterday and for today, but I haven't heard back yet. So I guess there is the possibility that I will actually have to do real IT work today. In addition to just being a professional meeting attender. During one of my meetings yesterday, I sent my favorite project manager. I sent her a GIF of the blue award ribbon that says I survived another meeting that should have been an email. She thought that was funny. Apparently she'd never seen that one before. So that's what I got going on for today. Tonight, I just got the alert that my new refrigerator cords have shipped. So they should be available for pickup at that Amazon locker up near Duluth today. So yeah, after work I'll drive up towards Duluth, pick up my Amazon order, and then go up there and do a little sightseeing and exploring, as I've mentioned previously. There's several waterfalls in the area. Most of them look like they're roadside. 2 of them have a hike associated with them, pretty short hikes. And there's a Lakewalk, and there's all kinds of stuff there. I almost forgot my bucket. So that's the plan for tonight. Yeah, these fire rings are nothing more than some steel culvert that it looks like somebody took an 8-foot section and chopped into 1 foot to make these rings for this camp's ground extension. These are not buried into the ground at all. They're just sitting on top. It's like the embers last night were literally like coming, because these aren't exactly straight cuts. You know, the ember in this ground's not level either, but yeah, the embers were starting to come out of the fire ring. And this, I mean, this grass is mostly dead. I don't know how well it's coming up on camera, but like it kept trying to like light a grass fire, essentially. So made one hell of a mess trying to then put the fire out last night with a bucket of water. Well, that's slightly alarming. They went off briefly an hour ago, but that was like 2 minutes before noon, so I figured like it was a noon like test. But it's now 1:07, and like this is not just a short ramp up like a tester was earlier. Like that is legitimately going off. I mean, the sky is blue, not cloud in sight. It's warming up, 81 outside, 78 in here. I don't know. Interesting. Good afternoon. The time is not important. I just got off a marathon phone call with a project manager. It's not my project manager, who doesn't understand the concept of some things can be done via email. So that was an 1.5-hour meeting that really should have been a 15-minute meeting and a few bullet points sent by email. I'm mentally exhausted. Sometimes I swear some of these meetings are more mentally draining than like a challenging engineering problem to troubleshoot. Like I'm good at that. Like listening to, it's like the Office Space memes, like listening to 3 different bosses drone on and on about mission statements. That's kind of like what this meeting was about.
Human beings were not meant to sit in little cubicles staring at computer screens all day, filling out useless forms and listening to 8 different bosses drone on about mission statements.
Like I'm all for defining project objectives and success criteria, but we really don't need to drone on for an 1.5 hours in a PowerPoint about them. Anyway, fortunately my other 2 meetings this afternoon just suddenly got canceled. So yeah, I do have one small thing I should be working on, but that can be easily procrastinated till later in the week. So I'm kind of thinking I'm about done here. The plan was for today is to go up to Duluth and go see some waterfalls, do a little hiking, and pick up my Amazon package, but the Amazon package is still not ready yet. So like I saw an update this morning that said delivery tomorrow, and then they changed it back to today. So I'm a little hesitant to drive all the way up there and then have to do it again tomorrow. So I think what I'm going to do is, it is 81 degrees. It is beautiful out here. It is just slightly breezy. And when the flag blows. Look at that blue water back there. Something, we're gonna do a little half hour, 45 minutes paddling around that lake here first. Gonna get the kayak over there, go do a little paddling, and get my stress levels back down a little bit, get my blood pressure a little bit lowered. I exaggerate, I'm not that worked up. So yeah, just kind of chill. And then we'll see if my delivery is done, and then we will make the drive up to Duluth. While I was on that call, I took the advantage of being on mute for 47 straight minutes and re-leveled the camper. Not every surface in there is the same level of levelity. So the surface I used behind the sink with my little torpedo level to level it was not level. And so it was very much tilting towards the nose. It's really noticeable when I'm sitting in the bench at my desk, like I just feel like I'm leaning. And it's a little bit noticeable then when I went to bed last night too, that my head was down. And so I got the level out and I put it on the table and I put it on the counter by the edge of the sink, which is where I normally measure from. And yeah, it was way off. So the dinette where I work from and the edge of the sink are pretty close in terms of levelity. So I leveled to that, which is also actually fairly close to the little bubble level on the nose of the camper on the coupler. The one on the coupler is fairly accurate front to back. It's not all accurate side to side. So lesson learned. So anyway, I raised the jacks in the back a little bit, and then I put the tongue down, raised the nose by putting the jack down up front, and then relowered and re-tensioned all my stabilizers. So it's much more pleasant in there now. So I did get that done. Got my solar panels rotated while I was on that call too. You know, just multitasking, taking advantage of the time. So anywho, I actually need to rotate that back set. I didn't rotate them far enough last time. The sun, like you know, because I have them facing east in the morning, and about 10, 11 o'clock, I kind of face them at a 45-degree angle southeast. And then by between like noon and 2, it likes almost a full 90 degrees southwest. So, like, it's just kind of weird being this far north, because I got used to rotating them consistently while I was down in Texas. We're much closer to the equator, and like, so the rotations were a little bit more even throughout the day, whereas here they're yep. So anyway, learning curve here. I'm doing fine on power. It's like 82% on the battery bank, and I've been running both laptops and Starlink and a fan all afternoon. So and I've had to recharge my phone, so definitely sucked down some power today, but we're pulling in plenty. So I'll be recharged here in no time, especially I got my work laptop shut off now. That thing's a power hog. But anyway, I'm gonna rotate my panels, throw that kayak in the back of the truck, and go hit the water. Catch you later. Just what the doctor ordered, minus all the goose shit. Holy crap, there's a ton of it, and it stinks. Yeah, let's get this boat out on the water. This day just got infinitely better. We're gonna, yeah, it's turning me, but I'm gonna go check out that pedestrian bridge. Unfortunately, every time I stop paddling to pick up the camera, it keeps pushing me back to shore. So, that is a pedestrian bridge. I don't think I'm gonna get too much closer here because I'm entering the mouth of this river, and there's a lot of grasses and shit. And the current seems to be kind of pushing that direction anyway, so I really don't want to get too into this shit. Looks pretty shallow right here anyway. Less than 2 feet of depth, so I'm gonna paddle up towards the other end of the lake. I'm kind of see what's up that direction. It's a little bumpy out here in the middle of the lake. Not exactly white caps, but the wind has definitely picked up, and you stop paddling for more than about 3 seconds and you start going backwards. This is fun. I love it out here. This is awesome. I have watched 2 new campers roll into camp though while I was out here, so that's kind of interesting. So I'm just kind of aiming towards, there's a dock over here with some like lights of some sort. So I'm just going to kind of head that direction, follow the coastline up. And right now I'm actually out in the middle of the freaking lake in the middle of nowhere. Right out in the middle. Yeah, keep heading that direction. This is fun. I'm out. I love this. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of water every now and then splashes over the front end right into my lap, which feels really good. This is awesome. The lights I was seeing is this little red and white stream banner or whatever. Just sunlight reflecting off it. Which I figured it was some sort of reflector out here. See if I can get up a little closer. It's just a red and white reflective banner, probably indicating trying to indicate their property line. Water's a little bit calmer and very shallow. We're here in this little tiny cove, out of the wind. That was quite the journey from that pedestrian bridge clear back there. Can't even see it so far off in the distance. But yeah, coming across the center of that lake there, that wind, there for about 2 minutes, that wind just picked up and like it was a struggle just to keep moving forward. But and then I had one small little wave come splashing over the left edge of the boat, the port side, and soaked me pretty good. So I might need a dry pair of shorts when I go back to camp. But anyway, keep going up here around this end a little bit. See what else up here. The current and wind is definitely blowing back towards the beach over there where I launched from. So we'll just keep going, quote unquote, upriver a little bit. Then I'll work my way back. Okay, maybe not. I don't know if you look at seeing those trees, but that wind, you can probably hear it on my microphone, but yeah, that wind is really blowing now. I was gonna go up to that bridge, but I think we're just gonna let the wind push me back to camp here. Because I'm struggling to keep moving forward. That wind just really picked up, pushing me. Yeah, there we go. I don't even have to hardly paddle now. I just keep pointing in the direction I want to go. The wind literally against my back is just pushing me. Except now we're going sideways. So yeah, I was mostly gonna paddle on my right side just to keep going straight, but this is still fun. I love kayaking. All the hassle I went through to get that carrier rigged up on the back of the camper so I could bring this kayak was definitely worth it. Alright, it's a little after 4 now. I'm back at camp. That was a hell of a lot of fun. I feel no guilt whatsoever, and just blowing off work for the last 2 hours to go do that. One of the things I was working on this morning is troubleshooting a SD WAN failover for a client, and found the source of the problem, but it's going to require an after-hour maintenance window to correct. So I now have a extra after-hours maintenance window on my schedule for this week that I was not anticipating, so I feel no guilt whatsoever in blowing off work. And like I mentioned before, my job's not exactly 9 to 5. I'm a project engineer. As long as I get my shit done, for the most part, nobody cares. So anyway, that was a lot of fun. I still have not gotten confirmation that my Amazon package is up in Duluth yet, so I'm just kind of hanging out at camp here. I need to rotate my solar panels here again before too much longer. And I'm at 92% on the battery bank, so doing good there. Got to rotate those. I just opened up a new ADHD medication, caffeine for those uninitiated. I'm rambling. I just don't want to get up and go move those solar panels. Kind of feels good here in the shade on my ass. Yeah. I don't know much else, so I'm just going to sit here, enjoy the birds and the breeze, drink some water, drink my pop, and wait to see if I'm going to Duluth or not. Catch you later. Okay, it's me 2 minutes later, right after I recorded that last thing where I just literally got done saying, wait to find out if I go to Duluth or not. All of a sudden my phone chimes with a new email from Amazon. My package is delayed till probably tomorrow. So, I mean, I can still go to Duluth tonight and go do some hiking, but I just spent an hour kayaking, so I don't know. I don't know what to do now. I'm off work early, it's nice out. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm gonna have to think about this. I mean, I sat here last night and just relaxed and edited video and had a fire. There's nothing saying I can't do the exact same thing tonight, but I don't know. Now there's a view you don't see every day. That's downtown Duluth, and and the bridge going over Superior, Wisconsin. I have no idea. Hopefully you're catching some of this. A little bit of traffic through here. Oh yeah, there's a view. Holy cow. So yeah, obviously I decided to come up to Duluth tonight. My first destination is I think it's called Lakeshore Walk or something like that. There's the bridge from hell off in the distance there. That was not fun coming across with my camper the other day. There you go. Check that out. That's kind of cool. Well, I went back to my stock camera app, and sure enough, no audio recording again. Can't win for losing here lately. So the only things I said of importance lately is that is downtown Duluth. That is a lighthouse. This is a canal. That is called the lift bridge. And what that does is connects you to the island over there. It's got a beach, wildlife refuge, bed and breakfast type places, and the Wisconsin Point Lighthouse. But anyway, when big ships want to enter this harbor through here, that bridge literally hoists up. So, the Army Corps Engineers Museum over there is closing in 5 minutes, so I can't bore you with a tour even if I wanted to. And other than that, just a lot of oohs and wows. So check out all the sailboats out there. I wonder if the bridge only operates during certain hours or doesn't operate during certain hours, maybe. 1909 on the Lighthouse. There's a lot of people and kids up there. Screw that. Got almost as good a view of the city right here. Cool. All right, as I was walking through Canal Park there, what I was talking about. Anyway, the whole reason I came down here was for this Lakewalk, which runs along, where's my finger? Along here, I believe. I didn't know all the rest of this was here. So, kind of cool. I'm kind of hoping to see the the bridge run, but I'm not going to hang out down here just to see. There are a couple of pretty good sized vessels over on the other side of it that seem to just kind of be hanging out. So I don't know if this, I assume it's kind of similar to the locks and dams that they call up on the marine radio and request passage, and the Corps opens it up when they get a break in traffic or something. I don't know. Yeah, these little wreck boats, like this guy, they can go right under there easy, but I hear a bell going, so maybe they're... There it goes. Got a sailboat coming in too. He must have that time just right. I was just looking behind me. There's no more vessels coming in from the lake, so I thought maybe some of those sailboats lined up out there were getting ready to. Oh, there goes the bellies coming back down. Anyway, I thought some of the sailboats out there were going to be coming in when this went up, but they might just be mooring out there. There goes the bridge coming back down. Huh, well, that's cool. At home, we have the Rock Island Arsenal Bridge. It's a railroad and traffic bridge right next to one of the locking dams. It's super low, but it's on a swing span, so when the barge traffic comes through, the core just pivots it on one of the locks. Quite the view, though. that right there could be a thumbnail. Probably reduce my views for having too many lighthouses, but this is cool. I'm gonna have to put the camera down in a minute though and see what this vessel out in the water is. There's probably a sign. If I really wanted to work out, I could climb across the rocks here instead of the boardwalk, but okay, it's called Uncle Harvey's Mausoleum. You can swim out there. And there is a 5-paragraph article describing it as an unromantic idea. Although rumors abound. Much more interesting. I'll read it all when I get back to camp. But for now, that's enough of the Lakewalk. My truck is over here in this parking lot. And we'll find my next tourist attraction. Whole area is kind of neat. It's mostly just tourist trap stuff. Lots of little shops and restaurants and all that kind of stuff. It was $8 for parking down here, which was a little bit atrocious for 3 hours. I was here for less than an hour, but clock tower right at my window there. I filmed that with no audio. Yeah, it's kind of cool to I thought the Lakewalk was going to be kind of the attraction. It was okay. That lift bridge, that was really cool. So I'm glad I was here to see that. And there's a scenic drive heading north here, which I'm going to get on back on I-35. And then there's some waterfalls up along that route as well. So I will start making my way in that direction.
Then merge onto I-35 north.
What?
Big tunnel.
Continue on I-35 north for 2 miles.
Well, I-35 is a major corridor through Iowa. I always wondered where it started and ended. Not really, but this is it. Okay, this North Shore Scenic Drive is a bust. There's a ton of road construction to get up here, but this is it. There's a couple of little pull-offs to the right I've seen here and there. Here's another one of them. we'll spin in here. But like, it's just a drop off down to the water through these trees. Like, I don't get how this is an all-American scenic drive. Like, what am I missing? I don't get it at all. So before I continue too much further north here, I'm going to look at a map and see if I can figure out where some of these waterfalls are. Make sure I still want to do that, because it's now 6:30. Okay, there is two harbors up here and Lighthouse up here ahead. So we'll keep going and see if this gets any less unscenic. Not every, it's a pretty view. But, actually I'm just going to keep the camera going here because my dash cam isn't going to catch any of this. I mean, not every pin on the map can be a winner, you know. I mean, there's some glimpses here and there that are pretty.
In half a mile, turn left onto South Lakewood Road.
Oh.
Turn left onto South Lakewood Road.
Actually, I'm going to keep going straight here. That's not too bad a view right there. What do we have over here? A little harbor, breakwater. Amish Furniture House. Doesn't look... This view is getting a little bit better as I come along here. Make sure there's nobody behind me because I'm going pretty slow, but yeah, I mean, it's... maybe I've just seen too much really cool stuff to really think this is worth its salt. So I'm heading up to a town called Two Harbors. It's about 20 minutes further north. We'll check that out.
Half a mile, turn left on the Homestead Road.
GPS keeps wanting me to go over the highway, but I'm just going to continue on the scenic drive, see if it gets any scenicier. But that's as far north as I'm going. Once I get up there, I'm going to turn around and start heading back. Probably stop somewhere in Duluth to get some dinner. And before I head back to camp, I'm probably an hour and a half north of camp right now. So, and I have to come back up this way.
Left on the Homestead Road.
Yeah, it's not happening. Sorry, GPS. There's a highway over to the left that it wants me to get on. But anyway, I have to come back up this way tomorrow. Pick up my Amazon package. So I might come up and do some of the hikes then. Yeah. This is the scenic drive. All right, this is Two Harbors, Minnesota, part of the North Shore. This is the Depot Museum. And over here is the Duluth and Iron Range Depot, National Register of Historic Places. And that is a really old train. So the reason I came to this town is for the Lighthouse point. And I can't believe they don't have a "You Are Here" sign. Well, I came out on Highway 61, and then I came down Waterfront Drive, so I'm over here somewhere. But we're just gonna walk down the waterfront and then take this little unpaved trail down around to the paved trail. Check out maybe the park. I don't know. We'll see how much I feel like walking. Yeah, as long as we're over here. Check out that. Let's see what's on the side. As I mentioned in a previous video, I'm definitely not a train nerd. I'm a nerd of many things, but not trains. Nerd! This is a much bigger train. I mean, those wheels are almost as tall as I am. This is a 4-foot fence in front of me, and these are above the fence. Number 229, Duluth, Misabe, and Iron Range. $25,000 gallons of water, 26 tons of coal. Signboards. So, very nice flower arrangement there. Veterans Memorial Garden, American Legion. Alright. Shall we learn something? Oh, that's a lot of writing. 72 Yellowstone locomotives were ever built in the U.S. Number 229, which is displayed opposite the railroad through spot, was one of 18 locomotives of this type. I paused to do some reading, but this is interesting. So filling the tender took 26 tons of coals and 25,000 gallons of water. The working weight was almost 1,000,000 pounds, and steam pressure was 240 pounds per square inch. Holy cow. The last one to make an ore run was in 1960. Pretty critical in World War II. Huh. Vessel. That freighter's taken off from the ore docks. Yeah, there's a better view of them taking off. The docks. It's kind of cool. No. Assume that's the lighthouse out there. Oh, this is Agate Bay or Agate Bay. I think it's Agate Bay. And those are the two ore docks. Over on the other side of the bay is where I was a minute ago. And then over here is that freighter leaving. And then the break wall and the lighthouse, which, well, that might be a signal station. The lighthouse might be up here. Either way, we're gonna turn around down here, go up above and park and go check it out. We'll start over here because it looks like this lighthouse is a bed and breakfast. So, and it looks to be pretty well fenced off, so I don't think we're gonna be able to see much. All right, so there's that. Go back down around. It looks like up here we have a gift shop and there's a shipwreck exhibit. Beach, 4 minutes that way. Tugboat, 11 minutes that way. Waterfront Business District, 13 minutes that way. The museum, which is closed. Neat little walkway. So, I don't think tonight I'm going to be walking out that pier all the way out to there, to the signal light. That seems like a long walk. It's cool enough too, it's like 72. And it's a little bit breezy. So out there over the water, that's gonna be kind of chilly, and I did not bring a sweatshirt with me. Also wasn't. So up there is the apparently famous tugboat, and then you got the lighthouse. There's a well, this is quite the view out here. got downtown Two Harbors over there, the Iron Ore Docks, Harbor, the breakwater. Quite the view. So in the distance there, you got the two ore docks, downtown Two Harbors, the actual harbor, the breakwater, the signal light, and then Lake Superior. That's pretty cool. And then up there, the lighthouse. And there's our freighter heading out. There's a better look at our lighthouse. I think this pathway may lead around to the beach, actually. I just looked on the map. Yes, that leads out to the beach and Lakeway Park, which does not have any sort of connector back to the parking lot where I'm at, other than hiking this whole thing back. So we're gonna go back to the vehicle, and we will go check out the park by wheel. Wheels, plural. That's what I meant. Hello, Bambies.
Turn right onto 2nd Avenue.
7 of them. Park. It's very difficult to navigate around this town with all the road construction and lack of detour signs, and even Google Maps is not updated with all the construction, but this is the park. Really nothing to write home about.
You have arrived.
Looks like there's a little bit of an overview. And I don't know where this goes. It's part of the park, I guess. Yeah. All right, we're going to wrap on Two Harbors. It's 7:30, and I'm a long way from camp, so if I can get turned around here, I'm going to figure out where I'm going to eat en route and head back to camp and pick you up later. So I'm on my way back to camp. Yeah, it'll probably come across in the audio that worked, but yeah, it was a 2.5 out of 5 star tourist day. I really wasn't in the touristy mood to begin with when I left camp. You know, my original plan was to come up here and pick up that Amazon package and then, you know, like go do a hike or something. And obviously that Amazon package was delayed. And so I was kind of on the fence between coming up here at all. I wasn't in a sightseeing mood. But I really just didn't want to sit around camp either because I knew I was going to get bored really fast. So I was like, I might as well go do something. And I should have listened to my gut. Like, I was not in the mood. So I did see, you know, kind of some cool things. So I can say I've been down to whatever that was called, the Coral, whatever, in Duluth there. Two Harbors was really overrated. And I just ran into a ton of, a lot of people, a lot of traffic. My microphone's not working while it's downtown Duluth didn't help. Just kind of put me in an added mood. So yeah, I mean, I'm not as pissed off as I probably sounded in the audio. It wasn't, and then, you know, like that All-American drive was awful. So just kind of a combination of not being in the, you know, my original plans of what I thought I was going to be doing tonight kind of falling through, you know, deciding to go out sightseeing just to avoid boredom at camp, you know, this not having microphone issues, the site's not being exactly what I anticipated, like, and then like the just all the people and the traffic and construction, and I didn't catch them on film, but there was a group like 6 people while I was at Two Harbors walking down there, just yelling and shouting at each other and running past me, and like at one point I just kind of stopped and waited for like 8 minutes for them to pass, because I knew it was going to completely disrupt what I was trying to record. And they got out there, like, and one guy was complaining because that ship I caught on film wasn't scheduled for like another half hour or something like that, and he was all pissed off that he missed it. And so then he kind of went stomping back, and yeah, just, you know, it's just one of those days that wasn't meant to be. I've been on the road for almost a month now. I left right after July 4th. And I've seen a lot of cool shit. Like, some of the stuff I saw today was kind of cool. Some of it not so cool, but I've crossed it off my list, so now I know. But it was just, you know, today was not an A+ day, and that's okay. So, I'm heading back to camp. Like, and I obviously don't mind driving. I'm 2,000 miles into this road trip. 3,000 miles into this road trip. 3,032 miles since I left home. So yeah, the driving doesn't bother me. So yeah, I'm just going to drive back to camp. I will probably get something to eat en route. I thought about going to like a sit-down restaurant somewhere, just like sitting down, having some food, but really not in the mood to do that either. So yeah, I'll go back. I'll probably just get something, take out, or drive through on my way back to camp. And when I get there, I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to crack open a bush latte and build a little fire and just kind of sit and relax, which is probably what I should have done in the first place, but oh well, it is what it is. So anywho, unless something catches my eye on the way back, I will pick you up when I get back there, and we'll have a little fire. Okay, I was on my way back, and I saw a sign that said something about like scenic byway, and then I saw this little trail and some water. So for, if nothing else, I gotta quick check this out. So this is the Lester Park Trail, Lester Amity Trail System. Seems to be very popular with bicyclists. Like I said, I'm not gonna spend a ton of time down here, but it caught my eye. And you know, like I was just saying a minute ago, you know, today's kind of an off day, but sometimes when something just catches my eye on the side of the road and I pull over and go check it out, sometimes that is some of the coolest shit I find on these adventures. So, you know. So change of plans again. I was just looking this place up online, and there is a really good waterfall like half a mile up this road. So we're gonna go do that. Cool bridge. So I think a good view is up there. This bridge right behind me that I just crossed over. 7 Bridges Road. Now I feel like playing the Eagles. Just quick kind of pulled over to look at some of the stuff on the map. That 7 Bridges Road, there are 7 historical bridges on there, all of which look pretty cool. There's also a Twin Sisters waterfall near here too, that from the quick photo, I try not to look at all the photos because it kind of ruins it, but from the one photo, like, that looks pretty cool too. So I've pinned all this shit, and I think I have my plan for tomorrow now. Like, There was a bunch of waterfalls way up further north of Two Harbors, another at least half hour, 45 minutes north of here, and I'm still an hour from camp. But I'm right outside of Duluth right now. So yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to look around this area a little bit more, but on the maps when I get back to camp. But I'm thinking tomorrow when I come up here to pick up that Amazon package, I'm going to definitely come up here and hike these trails, I think. Check out all the bridges and go see that other set of falls around here. And like, there seems to be a lot of stuff along this creek here. And it's a pretty massive park. And I think that's going to be my plan for tomorrow now. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I'm happy. This is awesome. So, all right, back to driving. Evening, guys. It's about 9:45. I got back to camp a little bit ago. I just walked over to the restroom. Back at camp here. Kind of exhausted. I think that kayaking this afternoon zapped more energy out of me than I thought. So I'm going to skip the fire tonight, and I think I'm just going to go in. One of my favorite YouTube channels, Van Life Meow, just put out a video again today. So I'm going to go inside, watch that, and probably call it an early night. So I do need to rotate my solar panels here quick so that they pick up sun first thing in the morning. I'm doing good though, it's at 95% now. And I'm not going to be running laptops or Starlink overnight, so the only thing it has to run is the refrigerator overnight. So good on power, but that way what it does use overnight, it'll start recharging first thing in the morning. So anywho, yeah, I'm gonna get these panels reversed, go inside. It's cooling off too. It's 66 out here now. It's not supposed to be as cold tonight. I think upper 50s, I think I saw for the low, so not as bad. Yeah, gonna call it an early night, I think, and I will pick you up again tomorrow. I just did a little bit more research on that trail. You got the 7 bridges. There's a whole mess of trails in there. Down along the creek, there's plenty of hiking trails, which I definitely want to do. And there's also a 7-mile multi-purpose trail loop that runs out to the west. That might be perfect for bicycling tomorrow too. So, anywho, yeah, so I'm planning on doing all that tomorrow, I think. That'll really be a fun little adventure up there. So anyway, yeah, that's it for today. So I guess that'll probably be the end of the video. So in that case, thanks for watching, and have a good one, and I'll see you next time.